Hi, I'm Dr. Emma Colvin.
And I'm Dr. Kath McFarlane.
And we're from the Centre for Law and Justice at Sturt University in Australia. We are two of the authors of the paper We Don't Do Measures and Quotes, How Agency Responses Criminalise and Endanger the Safety of Children Missing in Care in New South Wales, Australia, which has just been published in the Howard Journal of Crime and Justice. Our research examines the links between state care and children's offending, in particular the impact of the residential or group home care environment and the criminalisation of care experienced children. This paper details the results of our interviews with almost 50 frontline welfare and justice professionals, such as police, lawyers, care workers and youth justice staff, which we conducted to try to understand how agencies respond to children who go missing from residential care homes. Kath, why is research in this area so important?
Well, it's a really important issue. Children with care experience are overrepresented in the criminal justice system. They appear before children's courts in vastly disproportionate numbers, and they make up to half of the prisoners in youth justice and in adult prisons. Recent inquiries and investigations in countries including Australia and New Zealand, England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland, as well as Canada and the United States, have all shown that children can become embroiled in the justice system because of practices that operate within the care environment. We also know from inquiries like Rotherham in the UK and our own Royal Commission into the Dondale Juvenile Detention Centre in the Northern Territory, as well as the inquiry into institutional responses to child sexual abuse, the children who go missing in care are particularly vulnerable to abuse. However, and particularly in Australia, there have been limited measures to address these issues that can have devastating impacts on care experienced people. Indeed, in Australia, research in this area is only now gaining traction. So Emma, can you tell us some of the findings of the research?
Well, we found that agency practices, which were meant to protect children, actually conflate going missing with criminality. In other words, although going missing from care is not an offence, it is often responded to as if it is a crime. We also found that both care homes and the police tend to react as if the child is the problem and not recognise that the child is vulnerable or may be in need of protection.
We also found that agency attitudes accelerate children's involvement in the criminal justice system and ultimately endanger children's safety. Specifically, the way children in care are categorised by agencies and the protocols put in place to respond to them actually criminalise children. We also found that how agencies respond to missing children basically depended on why the agency thought a child had gone missing in the first place. Children were thought of as either illegitimately missing, for example, going absent without permission or as self-places with family, or they were regarded as the genuine missing.
The crucial point is that the categorisation of a child into this typology defined the agency response to the missing child. The agency responses created a dichotomy between viewing the missing child as a vulnerable person in need versus viewing the missing child as a nuisance or an offender.
We also found that inconsistent agency responses to missing children leads to poor interagency relationships, particularly with police and care homes, and this then can lead to inappropriate responses to those children, such as arresting them. We argue that in addition to potentially spiralling children into the criminal justice system, agency responses also put children in care at risk of predation by serious offenders.
For a more detailed analysis of the issues affecting the criminalisation of children in care, have a read of our paper, We Don't Do Measures and Quotes, How Agency Responses Criminalise and Endanger the Safety of Children Missing in Care in New South Wales, Australia, now in the Howard Journal of Crime and Justice. Thank you.
Thank you.